Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is a blend of exploration, action, and storytelling. Gameplay is interwoven with a narrative featuring exciting action sequences and scripted moments that capture the spirit of the Indiana Jones movies. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle follows the iconic archaeologist on a perilous quest to uncover the secrets of ancient artifacts known as the Great Circle. The journey here focuses on capturing the classic Indiana Jones formula. There's a blend of thrilling action, clever puzzles, and a touch of humor, culminating in a climatic showdown that will test our Indy's courage, wit, and unwavering determination. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is set in the 1930s. As Indy, we will be deciphering cryptic clues, fighting basic enemies, and journeying across a variety of landscapes. The core gameplay of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle focuses on a balance of exploration, action, and narrative-driven tasks. This keeps the experience dynamic while maintaining the adventurous spirit of the franchise. Exploration takes place across several unique environments, such as urban settings, jungles, temples, and deserts. Exploration also revolves around using Indy's iconic whip to traverse obstacles, climb structures, and uncover hidden paths. Progression through levels requires navigating environmental challenges, solving puzzles, and overcoming obstacles to unlock story elements. Light combat and limited stealth revolves around hand-to-hand challenges and direct confrontations. Dialogue with allies, enemies, and general NPCs uncovers secrets and help to advance the story. Core gameplay is often punctuated liberally with action sequences and scripted moments. These dramatic moments feel authentic to the tone and mood of the original source material. The story's main narrative centers around the Great Circle. This is an ancient artifact steeped in mystery. Voss, the cunning villain, seeks to harness the Great Circle's power for, of course, evil. You can expect to uncover and collect various relics, treasures, ancient texts, and journal entries. Many of these items are crucial to the main story, while others are optional collectibles that will serve to enrich the narrative and reward exploration. The story unfolds across several iconic locations: the Vatican City, the African desert, and the jungles of East Asia. Each of these settings and biomes is brimming with lore and secrets. Gameplay is interwoven with the narrative, encouraging you to piece together clues from the environment and interact with the characters we meet along the way. This blending of real-world locations alongside fantastical elements creates an engaging and immersive experience that truly captures the spirit of Indiana Jones. Graphically, the levels exhibit a commendable degree of environmental variety. The diverse locations and atmospheric designs are visually compelling. Cutscenes and combat animations maintain an acceptable level of quality. The main character models and their animations and cutscenes are competitive within today's market. Notably, Indiana Jones's model stands out with its very high level of detail, faithfully capturing his iconic appearance while retaining a fluid movement. Gameplay unfolds exclusively from a first-person perspective. This does have some dedicated set pieces, providing brief departures from this first-person viewpoint. Everything is set in the 1930s. The visual effects convey a sense of period authenticity, reflecting the aesthetic of this era. While Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is not striving for any jaw-dropping spectacle, the graphics prioritize immersion within the diverse and dynamic environments. Visual storytelling and period authenticity are the clear focus, creating a more immersive and engaging experience. Each level combines exploration, puzzles, combat, and cinematic set pieces. While focusing on the main story, this helps to ensure no two sections feel overly repetitive. The level flow alternates between slower-paced problem solving and higher-stakes action sequences. Levels are designed to feel alive and authentic, with rich details, atmospheric effects, and interactive elements that encourage exploration. Each area tells a story through its layout, environmental clues, and hidden secrets. Levels reward curiosity with hidden paths, secret rooms, and collectible treasure. adventure. Optional areas and branching routes encourage this exploration. Levels often have a cinematic transition from first-person gameplay to cinematic scripted sequences. These transitions often fit naturally in the flow of the level and the moment-to-moment actions. There are, of course, extra puzzles containing hidden collectibles. These often serve to expand the lore and reward thorough exploration. Both the combat and the stealth systems are undercooked. Balance is a mix of stealth when you can and brawling when you can't. Most levels have a disguise that is main story progression gated. This disguise will negate the need to engage with stealth or combat. Combat is at best silly and at worst awkward and embarrassing. The same enemy that face tanks your bullets will drop to the ground after a small flurry of fisticuffs. Stealth allows you to hide bodies, but enemies have minimal reactions to finding a body. Puzzle difficulty is flat. Most main story puzzles have about the same intensity of challenge. The optional side puzzles have a wider range of difficulty and challenge. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle doesn't have a player save. This means you need to rely on a checkpoint system to autosave. This autosave system tends to work smoothly when checkpointing your way through main story missions. On longer side excursions and exploration, the save system fails to meet expectations. The balance overall often feels too easy or too frustrating, one way or the other. The main story pacing in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is one of its strongest elements, offering a well-rounded, engaging experience from start to finish. The more you engage with the side and optional content, the more the pacing falls apart. The main story missions truly capture the spirit of an epic adventure while avoiding monotony or exhaustion. The optional collectibles fatten playtime without introducing meaningful newness. The more I left the main missions and explored optional side objectives, the more momentum of pacing was lost. The main story missions build tension through challenging gameplay, enemy encounters, and time-sensitive objectives. They provide well-timed moments of calm to balance all this pacing out quite nicely. The side missions build monotony. The replayability of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is severely limited due to its linear story and a lack of diverse gameplay paths. Even just adding a basic time trial mode would go a long way towards encouraging a rerun. Yes, all main locations are accessible even after the mainline missions are complete and the credits roll. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle really wants you to replay the levels after completing the main adventure. There are no missable achievements, there are no branching choices, and no post-game new modes introduced. While the game offers a strong mainline experience, its design does not lend itself to extensive replayability. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle succeeds in capturing the essence of classic Indiana Jones. The game doesn't innovate or break new ground in the genre. Instead, it relies on established and familiar mechanics. There is a focus and dedication to historical intrigue and archaeological mystery. This sets it apart from the more generic action-adventure titles. The visuals, music, and voice acting elevate the game, creating an immersive and polished experience that feels like an original interactive blockbuster. While Indiana Jones and the Great Circle excels at faithfully recreating the feel of an Indiana Jones adventure, it does not push boundaries or redefine expectations for the action-adventure genre. Its reliance on tried and true mechanics and lack of significant innovation make it feel more like a tribute to past successes rather than a bold new entry in gaming. At the time of review, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is sitting at $70 US, with an additional $35 US for the first DLC. For comparison with similar titles, you could get Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection for $50, A Plague's Tale Requiem, $50, A Plague's Tale Innocence, $40, Shadow of the Tomb Raider's Definitive Edition, $40, Rise of the Tomb Raider, $30, Tomb Raider, $15. Fans of Indiana Jones will find this game a must play for its faithful representation of the franchise. The production quality is on par for the genre, offering an immersive and polished experience. Limited gameplay innovation and the linear structure may deter players looking for a more expansive or varied experience. Replay value is modest, driven mainly by collectible hunting. Overall, the $105 price tag may feel underwhelming in comparison to games that offer longer campaigns, new and additional modes, or a more expansive world. I would have liked to have seen Indiana Jones' The Great Circle release at a more reasonable $40 range. The gameplay and design choices here make it feel like it originated as a virtual reality project. That's right, a VR port. A decision was made to force a first-person perspective and lock the iconic character of Indiana Jones to the cutscenes and set pieces. Additionally, the way doors, keys, chests, and other world objects require multiple tactile responses really makes Indiana Jones and the Great Circle feel like a VR port. The immersive map while walking was a design choice I enjoyed quite a bit. I found the main narrative engaging, and having it set between the Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Last Crusade in the franchise with a compelling villain and a well-developed supporting characters was all quite charming. The presentation of Indiana Jones and the villain Voss was compelling and, most importantly, memorable. The combination of exploration, puzzle solving, stealth, and combat was a satisfying mix. The game's world felt detailed and offered side content I wanted to engage with. Yes, the enemy AI was at times inconsistent, with enemies regularly breaking my immersion with unrealistic behaviors, and the companion sequences I was often frustrated by and really wanted those companion characters to either stop talking or just get out of my way. Overall, Indiana Jones: The Great Circle offers an engaging story, fun gameplay, and a charming world built. This is likely a worthwhile experience for fans of the franchise and action-adventure games in general. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is awarded 3 out of 5 good. I do not recommend.